Hello, everyone. My name is Jangi Madlala. I'm an author. I'm also a reader. It's good to have you back. It's good to have you back. It's yet another episode. Today, it's cold, guys. It's very, very cold. I am. It's very cold. Yeah. Um, Today we'll be doing some three book recommendations. These are the books that you should look forward to read in the month of July. It's the exciting books that I've read myself, and I would just love to share with you these book recommendations. Probably this is going to be the very shortest video where I do book recommendation. I just recommending a book and then explaining a bit, and then telling you where to get it, so that you may grow as readers. So don't forget to subscribe, guys, and then send me an email, comment on what I have thought, what are your suggestions. So the first book that I would like um to to recommend, guys, it's called it's this book. It's Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah is a South African comedian, but then he is currently in the United States. There he runs a show and he does a lot of comedies that side. So in this book, Born a Crime, it's a life story of Trevor Noah, on how he grew up, where he grew up. So I love it because of it's a very entertaining book. It's a first book, this one, that I've ever read where I was laughing. Every chapter I was laughing, and it paints some of the South African history in it. You're able to see on what was going on in certain locations because of he explains a lot. The moments where he will explain to you about Alexandra, what used to happen there. He will explain to you about Soweto. He will explain to you about the city. And every place where he was, he would give you the certain explanation. So it does not only give you information about his life, but then you're able to get you are able to get the historical context of those places, and then you're able to join the dots. Oh, this is what happened and all that. So it's a very wonderful book that I've read, and the relationship between Trevor and his mother and his father, all these stories, they're able to join together on the stuff that he used to say on TV and all that. So it's a very amazing book. But I've used this book so much when I was not happy, when I was tired from reading academic books. Then I would read this book. Also, it's a very funny book. Eh? It's a very funny book. I once read it when I was in the library and I was laughing. I was laughing. So please get it. Please, I recommend this book. I found it to be very therapeutic. So you can get it in a lot of bookstores because of this publisher. It's just everywhere, man. Pen Macmillan. But then this book is also available in Sony Library Service. It's available in exclusive books. I think it's bargain books also. But this is not a book that you can struggle to get, because it's this person, man. He's a public figure. He's an international figure. So even if you can type on the internet "Born a Crime," Trevor Noah, you'll get a lot of sources that will get you this book. Right? But I got it in a bookstore in Soweto, and then I also read it again in a library. It's a library book. So just type out Trevor Noah Born a Crime, and then on the internet, it will definitely show you where to get it. I don't think you can't struggle getting this book, I doubt. Then the second book, it's Prison Love by Tshidi Monkwe. This one, she's a very amazing woman. I know her personally. So this book, it's a love story. It's a love story of a woman who fell in love with a man in prison. I've often used to hear such stories And I remember this other guy, he used to be in prison, and then he would share these stories with me, like, hey, there are ladies here who come, men in here, they fall in love with women on the social media platforms and all that. So, like, this is a very fascinating story. And then she does not leave any stone unturned. She even explains to you how she fell in love with the man in prison and while she was outside. And after then, it unfolds. The man comes out. She explained the details on what happened, and it ended up being in an abusive relationship. So it has all the juice, this book. Eh? And one thing I love about it is that she's a very wonderful storyteller. I've seen her a lot, and I remember telling her that, you know what, you are a very wonderful storyteller. And I would love to be that. Hey, I would really love to be that. So she's a very, very phenomenal storyteller. And yeah, if ever you get a chance to be under her whenever she is a speaker somewhere, you will never regret. You will never regret. I just love the way, you know, she details all the stories. It's like I'm a child sitting there listening to an older person sharing with me about the stories. So it's a wonderful book to get. Yeah, you get it in exclusive books. That's where I can assure you that it's there. Also in some libraries, it's a library book. Yeah, those are the two places that I this book also take a lot. Take a lot. Yeah, also take a lot. So please, this is a book to read. This is a book to read. It's a wonderful story. Thirdly, this one is unmasking the myth we were taught. Unmasking, it means some of the myths that they are taught to us, they become masks that we believe so much. Also, this one is from, I know this author personally, and there's a chapter in this book where he talks about some statements saying South African are lazy. He goes into details in that. He explained to you how that statement is a myth. Okay, there's a certain class people who are lazy in our country, but that does not mean everyone in this country is lazy. So he explains detailed explanation. What is it that you have to unmask? What is it that is a myth that we are taught? You see, so wow, it's a very provocative book. Trust me, it's a very provocative book. This one, it's a very though it's these are the books that you should not read with emotions because of you'd be angry. It's a very confrontational, very provocative book. And then this brother of mine, he's a legal practitioner. He's a lawyer himself. So I see this all that mind, the critical thinking, the creativeness coming out a lot in this book. So there's a lot of different myths that he talks about in this book. There's a lot of myth. The first one being Sehlare sa Mosotho ke lekgowa, which means a medicine of a black person is a white person, right? That's what, yeah. Then South Africans are lazy, poor, bringing signals future success. Happiness is realized when you succeed in life. Wearing a wedding ring signifies happiness in marriage. Ooh, women are not fit for leadership. There is a woman behind every successful man. He goes into detail in this thing. Men are providers. Married men are likely to be unpunctual. I remember in this one of the chapters, he mentioned that it's true that married men are likely to be unpunctual because of, he even makes an example of a certain couple who was always ill. So he removes all this myth. Yeah. So thank you so much, guys. This book, you get it on Amazon. Yeah, it's even available for international audience. And thank you so much. I believe this will be the wonderful reads. Please check them out this winter. Those are my recommendations today. Thank you so much. See you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share with your friends and families. Ciao.